My name was Antoinette Capuccio Crimi. I've been married 62 years with a Harry Crimi sitting next to me. Well, I was born here in 1926. My mother came in 1915 and she came to 9th Street. My grandfather had a stand and my father was working for a butcher shop across the street, Juntas. And that's how he met my mother. And then in 1920 they got married. And then my father opened up the store and we've been there ever since, which will be 91 years in September.
My family came over in 1919, I think. My parents were both from a town outside of Messina.
Naso Capitolano.
Where was your family from? Where was your mother from
My mother
before?
was from Palermo, Sicily, and my father was from a little town, 9 kilometers, Jessup, Messina. But they actually met on 9th Street. They let us know that we weren't welcome there because that we're Irish and we were Italian.
Well, they couldn't go on the other side of Washington Avenue. They had the Irish
Street, 10th Street.
10th Street.
Let us know when we went to school. We had Irish nuns before our time. They had to send them back and get the Italian nuns. We got the Franciscans when we went to school, 1933. And even the pastor, we got Father Tefellini from Italy. Actually, St. Paul's was an Irish church and Irish school until our family immigrated here. People were very, very kind and good to the children going back and forth to school. We would go out, everybody would help us. And we never had any problems like you have today. We could walk anywhere and keep your doors open. You can't do it today.
We were married in St. Paul's Church,
Yeah.
1948.
Graduated college, went to my girlfriend's house. She had a party, and that is where I met him. 1947, and we got married in 1948.
So it was love at first sight?
I guess so.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I was the president in 1971. I was the president for about 23 years. I originated the Italian festival here with the Father Gambone and St. Paul's. We coordinated, that's how we originated with the Italian festival. At one time we had as many as 14 stages of entertainment. It was real big.
They started out in the family business working holidays and weekends from school. So working my whole life from when I was selling shopping bags. I was 5 years old on the steps of the store. I guess when I hit my 20s, I got a passion for taking pictures. And then one day I decided that I wanted to learn to be a professional photographer, which meant hooking up with a photography studio that did weddings. Weddings are on Saturdays. Busiest day of the week at the shop. I came home and I told my pop that I didn't want to work at the shop anymore on Saturdays, that I wanted to learn photography. You could fry an egg on his head. So we made a compromise that I would start my day in the shop, and then about 12 o'clock I would go up to my brother's apartment on top of the shop, because he was recently married, he lived upstairs. I would go up there, I would shower, change, go out and do weddings, and then come back late at night, sleep on the floor on a mattress in my brother's apartment, roll down the steps Sunday morning, and work back at the shop. And then eventually it evolved to where I left the shop completely for a couple of years. And then when my parents turned 80 about 6 years ago, it was time that somebody needed to come back to the shop and start taking over. And I was unofficially unanimously elected. I'm a very nostalgic person, so I definitely wanted to continue the family business. Absolutely.
Our children are here.
Dominic, and then eventually Harry. But Dominic's here all the time, so therefore we're building up a business for them, a trade for them.
They're taking the business over.
So that's it. That's the third generation.
Maybe their children will take over.
You know, you never know, but that's the purpose of us staying here.
The market is unique. And it's here to stay.